Alright, so there's been a lot of talk about who should be MVP. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, or Kawhi Leonard. Okay, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on who should be MVP. In my opinion, it should be Russell Westbrook. Hands down, without no questions asked. Let's look at the stats for Russell Westbrook. He averaged 32 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, 10 assists per game, 2 steals per game, and he shot 34% from beyond the arc and 43% in field goal range. Those are amazing numbers for someone who is dealing with a betrayal, such as one of Kevin Durant's. And also, not to mention, he passed Oscar Robertson for most triple-doubles in the season and finished the season with the triple-double average. Now, let's go over all the totals that he ended with at the end of the season. He ended with a total of 2,558 points, 864 rebounds, 840 assists, 133 steals, 31 blocks, and 203 pointers. Now, I can't help but think that if Kevin Durant was still in OKC, Russell Westbrook wouldn't be doing these type of numbers. So I guess you can say that Kevin Durant's departure to Golden State was a blessing in disguise for Russell Westbrook. Now let's look at James Harden's numbers. He averaged 29 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 11 assists per game, 2 steals per game, 1 block per game, and he shot 35% from beyond the arc and 44% in field goals. Now you can say that James Harden made his team better and Russell Westbrook just basically cared all about numbers for himself, but at the end of the day, both players are sitting at home watching the playoffs. Now let's look at the totals that James Harden ended the season with. He ended the season with 2,356 points, 659 rebounds, 906 assists, 120 steals, 37 blocks, and 262 three-pointers. Now the third person is Kawhi Leonard, who I personally thought had no business being on this list. The reason I say that is because his numbers just don't stand out the way Westbrook's and Harden's numbers do. But anyway, let's go over his averages. He averaged 26 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, 2 steals per game, 1 block per game, and he shot 38% from the three-point and 49% in field goal. Now let's look at his totals that he ended the season with. He ended the season with 1,888 points, 430 rebounds, 260 assists, 132 steals, 55 blocks, and 147 three-pointers. But besides the numbers, the reason I say Russell Westbrook should get MVP is not only because of his numbers, but because of the circumstances that he was under when he put these numbers up. He had to deal with interviewers asking him left and right, "Why did KD leave? Was it because of you? What do you think about him? Was that shirt you wore a shot at him?" At the same time, he's focusing on putting up these incredible numbers. And I just think, with that mentality and going through all of that, I'm amazed at what he has done on the basketball court. Russell Westbrook should be named MVP